Abhishek, continuing on this particular part which you mentioned about the customer, while you have been there in the industry for a long time, how has the customer changed over the years? Has there been any change in terms of the behavior of the customer or anything else which you have seen over the years?
Yes. So over the years, Kaushal, what I've seen is the consumers today are much more aware than they were earlier, because they have access to so much information these days. So they are
Mhm.
very much aware. But with that awareness, due to the overload of information, also comes that they are extremely confused. Consumers are actually, while they have a lot of information, I believe the ability to process the information or the rigor in the information is not so much there, and therefore ends up a lot of confusion at the consumer's end. And therefore, again, I'm going back to what I say, as an industry, we have an onus to simplify it for consumers. The second trend that I see, and it is coming from consumers having access to information, and especially I'm seeing it from younger audience these days. They are asking very pertinent questions, very relevant questions, and that is extremely important, because these kind of questions, number one, helps to keep us on our toes, and number two is make things lot of clear for customers as well as intermediaries. So customers are asking very pertinent questions, which actually goes against what I was saying earlier, that they are very confused. Third trend that I see is consumers these days, they want to have control. In earlier times, consumers say ki you are the experts, you manage, I have given the money to you, now it's up to you. Now consumers want to be in control, they want to be kept updated, they want to be aware what's happening, they want to weigh the options that are being given to you and then arrive at a decision, or at least they want to feel that they are in control and they have arrived at a decision, which earlier didn't used to be there. Earlier it was that you are the experts, and giving to the experts, you guys manage it. uh, and Another trend that I see, which I'm sure very pertinent to the industry that you are into, Kaushal, is the reducing attention span. So you face that challenge, we face that challenge as marketers, that how do I get attention of the customer in so much of information overload and so much of really good pieces of communication, information, and everything available. So how do I still remain relevant to the customers? So that is the trend that we are seeing. However, at a very basic level now, some things do not change and some things I don't think will ever change. Number one, consumers are always looking for solutions for a particular problem that they have. The problem or the need could be stated or it could be unstated. So that will always remain. That will always remain. Second is, the consumers would love somebody and they love anyone who's very empathetic. So empathy should be built in your behavior, whether today, tomorrow, or any time. So that is the, and consumers will always reward you if you are empathetic, and if you are able to provide solution to them, they will always reward you. That will never change. Fourth, that will never change is, consumers extremely respect the people who stick to what they say. मुझे 10 मिनट की डिलीवरी नहीं चाहिए probably, but if you are saying that you are going to do delivery in 10 minutes, stick to it, that's fine. If you say you'll give me 15 minutes and give me in 15 minutes, I'm fine. I'll not shout at you that why not in 10 minutes. Stick to what you say, and if you're sticking to what you're saying, you will have my respect, because what you're bringing is predictability, and predictability in this uncertain world actually makes my life much more easier. So there are things that have changed, but there are basics that I think don't change.